Hello. Welcome to Sleepy Stream, where I'm tired. How is everybody doing? Hope everyone's doing well. We have 59 jumps to get to where I'm going. We are going over here. Because, after that we're going, here. So that's a bit shorter if I just go straight, but I'm gonna go over here instead. So, jellyfish. We could try going to, I don't know. We'll see how we feel once we get to there. But I haven't been in this area much, whatever it's called. What's that spot called? Alright. The Sanguineous Rim or something? I don't know. 38. We found, why does it say I only found, like, 2? Why does it say I only found 2 of these things? Whatever. Confirmed. Anyway. There's AEBE stars. Cool. G. Anyway, we found we found 3 helium 1s. 71. So that's neat. Anyway, we are going. I think I looked at this place, whatever. Alright, so I meant to get voice attack up. I forgot. That's purposely why I stopped. Whatever. Let's see what we got. ice. Alright, cool. Hey, 2 stars. There they are. That one's small. Let's see where. There. Come on, asteroids. Alright, cool. Next stop. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna guess none. Never mind. Alright. Gonna guess that's absolutely no star or no planets. Alright, I'm gonna guess 12. 10.
Récupérateur de carburant désengagé.
Alright, there we go. We're going to AG. Let's see, I'm gonna guess. Well, never mind. I was gonna guess 17 exactly. It's gonna be exactly right. These aren't your planets, B-Sam. They're nobody's planets. They're everyone's planets. They're part of the planetary accord of dogs. Bunch of these little planets. No, they're in deep space, not the Badlands. They still belong to the dogs as well. Because of the accord. The atomic dog accord.
Analyse du système terminée. Chargement FSD en cours.
Going to K-class. I'll look at the planet first, and then I'll give my answer before I do the scan. This time. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm gonna guess 11.
Récupération carburant. Analyse du système.
Or 3. 3 works too. That was pretty close. See, I'm gonna guess 6 or 55. 55, I think, is the number I want to guess. 55.
Récupérateur de carburant désengagé.
Well, I just sit on down and wait for me to do this 55 times. This looks neat. Water-based life. Water-based life. That one looks pretty good. That one's cute. Alright. I've got 26. Why did I... Isn't there more stuff around here? Oh, okay, there we go. There's a star way out there. What kind of star are you? Oh, okay. Class 3 doesn't matter. You don't matter either. You're not exciting. None of these it's like a little gamble each time, you know, you go into a new system. New undiscovered system. It's like opening Pokemon cards. Are you gonna get a shiny or just another 7 trainers? Water-based life. Water-based life is like the I don't know enough about Pokemon to have an apt example of what's semi-common. It's semi-common, but not super. It's like uncommon, but not quite. It's like kind of weird. It's like a little bit, it's like a bit more than every other. It's like if you took a piece of ham and you turned that piece of ham into bologna and then you sold that. And then people would be like, what's this? And you'd say, I don't know. And then they'd just question their lives.
Analyse du système terminée. Chargement FSD en cours.
Alright, let's see what's next. Here's hoping it's a shiny. Or a hollow. I'm gonna guess 5 planets. Or things. 10? I was pretty close.
Récupération de carburant terminée.
Oh, did we get a water world? Hey, we got a hollow. Wait, does the hollow have a moon? Oh. I think that makes it shiny just because it's cool.
Analyse du système terminée.
Alright, where is it? Oops, there it is. Really? I'm going too fast. Sure, why not? I will also scan you. Single moon, because I don't know. It's not usual that you get like a single orbiting planet around a Earth or water type. Type, like, not type.
De la surface analysée. Analyse de la surface terminée.
Alright, where's the other planet? There it is.
De la surface analysée.
Alright, cool.
Analyse de la surface terminée.
Let's keep moving.
FSD en cours.
I'm gonna guess 4.
Récupération
Or none. Okay.
chargement FSD en cours.
I'm gonna guess 10.
Récupération carburant. Analyse du système terminée.
Or
Chargement FSD en cours.
hello, Link. Combat Eagle? Okay. I assume you're using the Imperial Eagle?
Récupération carburant.
32. Oh, you're just using normal Eagle? Okay.
Récupérateur de carburant désengagé.
Ammonia-based life. It's like a Charizard, but not a good one. Like one of the, like a Charizard X G or whatever. Do you guys want to learn about stars while we're doing this?
Analyse du système terminée.
I'll just get um a different scientific article for you, Link. Just another time. All right, here we go. Can I see this? Yes. All right. Here we go.
Chargement FSD en cours.
Types of stars. There are many giant red Protestant men in the world. Good health and temperature. The stars and the audience in your class, check out these. Outside of the brightness, see the value of the observed stars, Papa. When the astronauts say much about him. There are 7 star clusters. To minimize the temperature at O, B, A, F, G, 1000, B, C, class, warm and very clear.
Récupération de carburant.
Migrate the stars normally, 1000, and cools it. What's this? Oh, that one looks promising. Are these terraformable? I don't think it's worth it to stop. Also, you're behind the star. We got a ways to go.
Chargement FSD en cours.
I got like 47 jumps. We got a little ways to go. The video below provides an overview of lightning systems around the world. The stars of the money about the broad, and therefore, as assigns them, that each one may use A, with the eyes of some, the sky heaven.
Récupération carburant.
22 things, cool. You've got some of the hot stars that stand out in gold, like the Orion combination, while others look in cold white colors, like the glow of Constella Vega. Water-based life. Can anybody tell me what this star is? Is it one of the hot stars that stand out in gold? Or is it like cold white colors? Maybe someone can figure that mystery out. I'm in TeamSpeak, by the way, if anyone does want to join TeamSpeak.
Analyse du système terminée.
Alright, let's keep going.
Chargement FSD en cours.
User joined your channel.
Hello,
Hello.
it's Link.
It is not me. I'm gone.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Alright.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Which one was it, Link? You didn't answer.
The eagle?
No, you've got some of the hot stars that stand...
I went to grab T,
Oh.
so I didn't hear that.
Well, you've got some of the hot stars that stand out in gold, while others look in cold, white colors. What's this star that... Which one is this one that we're looking at?
Looks gold.
Oh, wow, you got it right.
What do I win?
You get to listen to the rest of this.
Oh boy.
In astronomy, I did not enjoy the variety of stars in the universe. These examples are my favorite painting. Fog screen, surrounded by a parade of different heights. The Orion hot stars. An onion nebula is seen around the ears in the orbit of the signal. I wonder if Shrek lives there.
The Fiona signal?
No, onion?
Oh, onion.
The team is known for reasons that are hidden under the colors of the night sky. The size and age of the star is before us. Did you see what our new system is, by the way?
For the... What's it called? The group?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there to visit.
It's out of the bubble.
That's amazing. That means it's harder to get to.
Well, you know. I'm heading towards it. But not at a very fast pace. If you couldn't tell. So I found this like unexplored spot next to where I assume there's a lot of traffic, so I want to take advantage of it.
Analyse du système terminée. Chargement FSD en cours.
Alright, let's see. The basic types of 7 pointed stars. O, rubber Agulus 10. B, black king. Red Lucy. F, blue-white color. G, white-blue sum. K, orange-red Octarius. And 1000 red Orion. I hope everybody takes notes on that, right? They're important. Those are the 7 types of pointed stars. Okay? The chart below shows the major stars in the major regions, stars and superheroes. In our stars, like the sun at war, they burn hydrogen to produce energy. It's pretty cool, huh?
It burns hydrogen?
To produce energy.
That actually sounds right.
Yeah. I mean, that's what our sun does when it's at war.
Analyse du système terminée.
What's this? What do you planet? Like just a metal.
Chargement FSD en cours.
This is the chart, evidently. It shows the typical features of the board in its name as a star. Ascending the stars, Atlas of the Earth. This system is called the Morgan-Keenan system. Morgan-Keenan's MK a star system, of this system and system, standing in breadth and brightness, separated by race.
Récupération carburant.
Did you just cut out to laugh?
It is used by the system to William, Wilson, Morgan, and Philip. Keenan, 100, W 1914. Which star is the most popular? Do you know, Link?
Bernard Star.
Well, we'll never know. Well, actually, no, we do. It does answer it. So, is Bernard Star your final answer?
Yes.
At night, in the panorama of the night sky, there are more stars than possible, as cold and my under the deep blue sea of the star. It's a common arrangement, however, but most of the stars below the stars are in the Earth's dark red band. And here's the answer to the question of which is the most popular. The sun.
Doesn't the sun have a name?
The sun, the star, minus G, not our big Earth, but cold and sky. This is a common practice that infects redheads.
There's redheads in space. That's kind of scary.
But they're being infected.
Yeah, that's kind of scary. I don't like that.
I like that it describes the sun as not our big Earth.
Thanks for clarifying that it's not the big Earth.
The dwarves limit the red fire of lust with the idea that other stars present to life. The closest star to Earth, Proxima Centauri, is the red bird. Red dwarfs are formed in the smallest stars on Earth.
Going from a bigger ship to a small ship definitely feels weird
Yeah,
when you're in a station.
that is true. Ranging in weight from 7.5% to minus 50% most of the sun. Although red lights are common in the world, they are very fruitful. There are 7 stars. In most cases, people are poor. Here is information about each planet in the visible universe. Are you ready?
Yes.
Below is a simple color map of the star map, giving examples of some of the most famous stars and colors of... Oh, I messed up where my spot was. In the night sky. Photographs. Meditation. The star is the star of one of your first nature. The proto-gathered winner of a giant gas will come from a world, Molkoli. That was about 100,000 generations of proto-star. The year the polar star grew. As time goes on, the pressure increases, increasing the prostate.
The prostate?
Yes.
Why is there a prostate in space?
I mean, that's just how it is, Link, okay? I don't make the science laws.
No one makes science laws.
Exactly. Anyway, as a result, All the energy released from the detector is due to the combination of gravitational heating energy, a nuclear reaction that you did not start with. Next page. Alright, I guess we didn't really learn about the different planets, but we're on to the next part. Big stars. The first young stars, they are formed by the depletion of the requested hydrogen 2 in 1,000 of liters. The process requires more than minus 10 million Kelvin temperatures. That is Kelvin with a C. Although minus 90% of the stars in the world, they're great stars in the days of R, they usually walk among the top 200 stars, sometimes with Mass on Sundays.
There's church on the star?
Or they are the church, one or the other.
I could see that one being it.
God, I don't want to run this planet.
De la surface analysée. Analyse de la surface terminée.
The Earth is in a state of hydrostatic protection. Drawing a large number of stars, he looks at the light from within and places the entire star up to the wall of the melting pot. He believed that the stars of power went in and out. That is because of the dependence of the giant stars as explained by gravity. And that's it for big stars. I hope you learned about them. These 20 things. Blue star. As the stars of the sky, my lord, to refer the galaxy of stars of the war. The stars of the points program on the ground to build a new shining the light of the sky from the radiance of the sky and the cover.
Dang, this power plant doesn't give me much to work with.
Oh, there's one more. I was like, oh, that's it. Alright, there.
Chargement FSD en cours.
Blue stars are everything. It is useless in the big star system, and it is much more difficult to predict the large movement between the stars and the potential for any star system to survive, become supernova at certain times of the year for life. The secret combination of images, stellar, magnetic, and magnetic field is very well prepared for a second strong hydrogen line at a much lower level to the north.
North in space?
And fears that the side of that star,
Chargement FSD.
it's the lower level of North Link. At the end of life, there is a star and warm blue water because they have a supernova, or at the end of the formation of black holes and neutron stars, so it is more strength of fall. That's it for the information about blue stars. I hope you learned a lot about them. Like they're our Lord, evidently.
They're our Lord and Savior?
That's what it said. It called the blue star my Lord, so. But next is Red Dwarf Star. Just the one, I guess.
We don't need any more than that.
The red star represents the special light of the Earth, a system in which stars resemble the stars in the sky and the coldest aorta. They are colder than they can run because there is no reason. Black
reason.
star. What?
There's no reason to run?
There's no reason. Black stars can store more hydrogen for these reasons, so they are less likely to store nutrients than other stars. Red stars, some astronomers predict that they will burn for 10 million years, sometimes less than half the size of the sun at 0.075 dwarf.
Analyse du système terminée.
Okay, another water world.
You gonna scan it?
Yeah. Why not?
Why indeed?
What is a red dwarf star? Right. That's how. I hope you learned about red dwarf stars. Because now we're moving on to the yellow crab.
Like the constellation?
All the prison is. There's a large image of the sun. That is, the shape and mass of the stars. About 0 to 7. From the mass of Sol. About 10% eye marks of yellow stars in the bird watch. Temperature range 6. Light yellow, white color. The example of the stars, and it was the money of the kind of presumptions, Sol. He will send it. Sample day of the course. Many of the stars, G, Earth. NASA Solar Dynamics Theater A. However, while the solar combination looks to create the potential for white light that shoots a very spiky green human foot forever, the blue is much smaller and or scatters solar energy out of the Earth frequencies. Liwa. Did you know that about yellow stars?
I couldn't hear. I had to avoid a ship while launching.
You didn't hear about the solar combination looks to create a potential for white light that shoots a very spiky green human foot forever?
Specifically a human foot that's green, huh?
Spiky. It's very spiky.
That seems like a medical problem.
My cat wants in. Alright, let's keep moving. And still learning about those yellow stars. See the star's image 0.84 and minus 1.15 G Miley and heat and mass mi wide the 5300 and the K6000 K Street to nowhere. Papa is a star that and do them all to battle 1,000 hydrogen bath and a red giant large and a large number of hydrogen formed. And that's all that we know about yellow stars. They seem really confusing.
I don't know if I'm retaining any good information here.
Yellow stars seem to be the most confusing of the stars, for sure. It's very difficult to understand those stars. Just remember there's a foot. Next, we have the last dwarves. K-series. And combined combinations, noise, large words, between 1,000 yellow, love no, menu red, star, menu E, fruit, star, and... And that's all we know about the last dwarves.
Yes, I understood all of that. I totally know about the stars now.
That's all we know about the last dwarves. And now we're moving on to...
It sounds like we're Sleeping Beauty. We're the dwarfs?
No, it's K-types now, okay? We don't know much about last dwarves, evidently, only like a paragraph. And it was very confusing. Marshmallow, do you want up here? All right. K-type stars. The most interesting activity is to find life abroad.
Amen.
Because it emits very small UV rays, such as DNA damage and destruction. I guess that's what UV stands for.
So it's not ultraviolet?
Such as DNA damage and destruction. This type of soul star, for any interest, the hand holding the sequence number and 30, where billion recent years, 10 billion each year, compared with the sun. In addition, there are K stars nearby. There are K stars nearly 4 times larger, which is less important than Sol. Stars very close, so it is possible to have that planet. I think everything else is behind this K-type star. And I don't feel like trying to find it.
Chargement FSD en cours.
And that's all we know about K-type stars. Next link, maybe I think you'll like these. These might be your favorite type of stars. Holy stars.
Please.
The best stars and lights are the most amazing thing in the world. Fear of giants and giant galaxies begins to make the star fear the flow of hydrogen.
Récupération carburant.
So the holy fear the hydrogen.
Well, the stars begin to fear the hydrogen.
Récupération de carburant terminée.
When a star's heart doesn't move properly, your whole body rises. And then outer layers of the star rise to increase.
I feel like I'm having a stroke. I'm not retaining any of this info. It's like it's going through my ear and out the other. I don't get it. Help.
You're learning about the holy stars.
Oh my god, it's like I'm back in school. This is like math class all over again.
You're learning. Half of the stars go down. Then they become red giants. But in the sun beauty, big red stars will rise from my mouth 10 plus. From the south of the battle and at the time of the shooting. The giants have consumed hydrogen fuel in recent years and have only consumed a few million gallons of food. Under the stars red light to give a Herschel, where stars from Caperius out. At the end of giant planet Muchai, respectively, a red ruby nebula emerges at NGC 1396. The stars protect them from the most deadly monsters. Like the supernovas, sad, giving away everything you buy. And that's all we know about holy stars, which is actually a lot. There's a lot of information there. About giants being afraid of the galaxies and stars eating the hydrogen and then ruling. That the holy stars like almost made a lot of sense, didn't they?
Almost.
Except for the part where things come out of your mouth. Big red stars will rise from my mouth 10 plus.
How do you know I'm doing all this setup to make this cool eagle and it's just gonna get shot down instantly?
They're pretty fast.
You can outmaneuver a lot of things.
Analyse du système terminée.
Do turrets have a hard time locking onto you if you're cold?
Only if you have the heat sink. Oh, jeez.
I got something better.
Oh, okay.
A thermal vent laser. Which actually can make you really cold if you get the hits in.
Oh, okay.
Like a heat sink. The trick is you need to aim.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, that's scary. Especially since it's not gimbaled.
Are you ready for our next type of star?
Oh boy, I'm ready to retain no info.
Black
go.
purple.
Oh, the black purple star, okay.
Yes. In view of the stars seen with two types, a large blue star that was called 2-3, very large studio. Until the result of an evolution that is different from other stars, they can use these methods. Next, summon all of the elements, including the stars, the least important role, and the like. Are you ready to do that, Link?
I have to like the star?
You have to summon all of the elements,
I don't know how to do that.
including the stars.
How do I do that?
It doesn't say. But it did mention there's two methods. Maybe there's another method. Therefore, only a few blue stars on the planet can fall under certain categories of the MH star type. Examples of large blue and white stars are in the Pleiades, Alicone, and Dritri. Do you know what my favorite part about this is?
What?
Some of this is right. But not most of it. But that means maybe I can teach someone?
Sprinkle a little truth in these lies?
Well, they're not really lies. But
Misinformation?
exactly. So when you try to remember something about stars, you might remember something from this that was terribly wrong, because there's also parts that are right.
Analyse du système terminée. Chargement FSD en cours.
Giants are unusual, but large lakes with huge stars are short-lived. Big purple and big stars hurt with hot air. That's all we know about the purple black stars. Next category is the giant stid.
Récupération carburant.
He says a blue star of the giant's PC will soon come, and the brightness of type 1, but the signs of the kind that stood in front of him, the B9.
Chargement FSD en cours.
The smaller the blue star, the lower the red star on Earth is. 10 to 100 oranges. Kind of, Lord. And in the morning, millions of years later, the astronomers abandoned their bases, which burned very quickly because of the high level of hydrogen emissions.
Yep, that makes complete sense to me.
Récupération carburant.
I mean, it's a tragedy that astronomers had to abandon the bases. Do you remember when that happened, Link?
I don't remember this.
It was awful. The fires, they burned very quickly because of the hydrogen. Oh god,
Hydrogen, huh?
hydrogen.
Analyse du système terminée. Chargement FSD en cours.
Increasingly, the blue stars can be seen in a difficult situation. But there are some players who have the time, Wolf right, to move forward and quickly jump to the stars in normal time. Blue, normal. That's all we know about the giant stid. Next is red giants. With 6 stellums of stirring it constant, hydrogen and glycerol, it's resistant to the Cola-Annie fusion.
Is it the cold Annie fusion?
Cola-Annie. Which grows. I am not generated externally to internal respiration pressure is brew avadas abducta subai simu.
That just seems like you're possessed.
Don't worry about it. Ignore the reason for the hydrogen fixation around the second star. Ask him for a moment to prolong his mental life and tempt him to grow bigger. And follow the stars. Hydrogen go deep to the shape of the war, but win the war on the side out of the heart. Block. So do you know what to do now, Link?
No.
What do you mean, no? Ask him for a moment to prolong his mental life, and then tempt him to grow bigger.
Analyse du système terminée.
He will grow bigger.
That's a command, not tempting.
You will do it.
Old Red Star can be CIAZ 100 more than the original, combined with this food and the use of hydrogen as a symbol of the wars going on. Things can be fun after pouring, and the result is even more horrible.
That's really assuring.
But things can still be fun after pouring. The red giant lived only a few 100 million years before the wood was completely depleted and turned white.
I might have a problem.
What?
My ship got up to 83% temperature jumping on a planet.
I mean, is it on fire?
No.
You'll be fine.
Doesn't that seem a little hot for being nowhere near a star?
You'll be fine.
Okay.
I don't know if BSAM linked.
Virtual landscape gardener in Minecraft. Becoming a virtual landscaper gardener in Minecraft. What? This is a job application? There is no denying the popularity of Minecraft. In 2020 there were blah 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 blah. Anyway, we thought we'd take our gardening passions into the virtual world. So Whatshed is seeking to recruit a collective of virtual landscape gardeners to provide professional advice to players looking to improve their in-game outdoor space? What?
Is this just like a really bad way of saying we want to like hire builders for
Key skills
Minecraft?
required. A working knowledge of Minecraft is essential, strong communication skills, creative flair, confidence in remote working. While not essential, previous experience in landscape gardening is beneficial. A passion for gardening outdoors must also be demonstrated. Responsibilities: evaluate a client's current setup and provide creative feedback. Provide clients with suggestive setups that stay within their budget and explain the reasoning behind each of these choices.
Budget?
Create multiple designs for each client should they desire a redesign in the future. Benefits: remote working, gain valuable experience talking to clients, you get paid to play Minecraft. Successful consultants will get paid upwards of £50 an hour for their service when hired, but will also be able to set their own rates of more flexibility. Who the hell's gonna hire these people?
I mean, the sad thing is that I would qualify for that 100%.
Do you know how to make a villager farm?
Yeah.
An automatic wheat farm with villagers?
I don't think that's what they mean.
Well, that's the most efficient thing to make.
It's about design, not it's landscaping. Okay? Besides, I can look up a YouTube video, God. Also, I can't believe $100 an hour. That's pretty good. Oh, I wonder what version of Minecraft it is, though. Do they even know that there's different versions? Well, anyway, that was all of the red giants. But next, we have very large in red. The red stars have seen hydrogen reserves for dancing and explain very well the speed of the great visitor. Know that the stars are much depend on the size of the stars, but most of the stars of this kind among the great or perhaps no. Tara, the star of Scorpio, may be separated from this bright red star at the end of Lake of Life. The artist takes the star to a red heart. Inverse.com. And that's all we know about very large and red. Black is white. The size of the star is growing. It is self-sanctification. The power of matter and the full movement of the white interests that the astrologer displays. There was no pressure from the light, so the tragedy stopped, and the star fell under the heavy mouth of her own husband.
Ew.
The result is a clear white worm. It is a star, because it is condensing, but nothing. The AP White House needs global warming.
The White House needs global warming.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that.
This process takes billions of years, so there's no white dwarf to comfort again. That's all we know about Black is White, but that I think that was the most lucid of the descriptions so far, but also it sounded like a prophecy. But at least we know that these types of stars are self-sanctifying. They don't need Jesus. They save themselves. Next up, Link, you might know these types of stars. Can you guess what they are?
Okay.
Can you guess?
You didn't tell me anything yet.
You might know what kind of star this is, though.
Okay.
The Neutron Stars.
Well, you just told me it.
You said okay like you were just waiting for me to say it.
I thought you were supposed to, like, give me a question.
Oh no, there wasn't a question, sorry.
Wow.
The Neutron Stars, and thousands of the GAN, large, approaching 10 and minus 29. Where the threshold gram of a white bursting with explosive supernova. Image of a neutron star, Google. The remains of neutron stars are formed. Or wait, no, sorry. The remaining neutrons. For example, a neutron full. The protons in the way, other, more of small problem before the invasion, lighting of the tortoise shell. Neutron stars are often confused by a process called neutron stress. Gravity creates neutrons and electrons. Neutrons are fiber proteins. If, on the other hand, a star is heavy, it is uranium on a neutron star. It will be blacked out twice by the supernova. And that's all we know about neutron stars. Did you learn anything?
I learned absolutely nothing.
That's a lie. You learned that they can be confused by stress.
I thought that was just me.
No, that's what the neutron stars. Because remember, they often get confused by a process called neutron stress. Next up, it's not really a star. Can you guess what it is?
So it's not a star.
It's not a star.
Black hole.
You got it.
Oh, wow.
Black hole I have to scan this planet.
De la surface analysée. Analyse de la surface terminée.
Alright, black hole. Nowadays, the masses of white stars turn their diets upside down. And at the very least, they are interfering with the lives of our ancestors. More than 3 times more than a supernova. The next is just in Latin. I don't know why it didn't translate, but it didn't, which is weird, because Latin was the second language, so it should have translated. So that part's just Latin. Don't know. But then we get this. And the rest of the dead Neitz left the force out by the force of the black hole. We used to smear a very large object into a personal object and spray it like a large, beautiful things you will want to escape. What about you, Link?
Wish to escape from this hell.
Do you want to escape?
Yes.
Ah, that's sad. We're learning about stars. It's for your own good. And there will be a quiz, alright, at the end of this. So I hope you're ready.
Oh boy.
Because it'll count for 10% of your grade.
Analyse du système terminée.
A water world in the section of gas giants? That's weird. Is this a water giant?
The water worlds sometimes have such a huge mass they get mistaken for a gas giant.
It says
What's
it's
the mass?
1.17 of Earth masses.
Pretty big. It has a thick atmosphere.
Examples seen, and Leo A1 with 10 black dots. And that's all we know of black holes. That's all we know. Part of it's in secret. It's in Latin, and we can't read it. So, it's a mystery. But next is O Dwarf Dawn. The brown dwarfs threw stars. This is because of the consequences of their actions. The black dwarf will look like the stars, leaving stars. However, dwarves seem to be large enough, revealing thousands of gallons of light food in the water.
Gallons?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, what's not to understand? Thousands of gallons of light food. Oh, look, the little water world is orbiting the big water world.
It's water all the way around.
De la surface analysée. Analyse de la surface terminée.
In it, the mass of Jawiza and the darkness of Braz 80 P13. The star fell and fell to the stars about the Kuapuana Broncos de Brown. Go Broncos, I guess. Clean up the polar image of a celestial body. Done.
Done?
That's all we know about the... I forget what that last one was. Oh, Dwarf Dawn, that's what it was. Oh, Dwarf Dawn, that's all we know about them. Next up is Star Lifespan. The table below shows the skeletal system, which contains...
The skeletal system? Is this biology all of a sudden?
No, it's about Star's lifespan. Duh. We need to see the Star's skeleton. Okay? If we want to understand them, we have to. Anyway, the star... the table below shows the skeletal system, which contains amazing information, such as the amazing lifespan of the sun and stars. It is interesting to see a world of stars, a kind of ladder that jumps over a red or large nebula.
It jumps?
Yes, it's a ladder.
Okay.
Chargement FSD en cours.
Now we need to learn about the Stolar life cycle, Jonas Night Sky Series A. That's all we know. Next is binary stars, double star. The two stars in the sky are stars that are directly opposite each other. Large binary systems, two flying stars. Seeing other people, chosen by people living on Earth, is the same.
Récupération carburant.
Double star. The two-star twin system transforms a beautiful center. The stars are almost saying two things about the other side of a band.
Chargement FSD en cours.
The binary star system is part of the polar star, the land binary eclipse. If the brightness of the parts of hot stars, the same stars of the page, or almost 1 and 2, for the stars of the brightness different, the time no seasons, and prolonged, or the binary star system, as we call it, is reversed because the plane is at its rear end.
Récupération carburant.
Did you write that down, Link? That was all important.
I don't even have it in my head.
That was very important, Link. A double star, 10 horns. The 10 number of binary stars of the stand, Hua Kai Ayo, the double think stars, as the white pearl and neutron stars, and Ka Eli Dor. After all this usual, a falling star came from another star that fell on thee of 10 horns.
Récupération carburant. Analyse du système terminée.
I love a instructional thing that asks you the questions instead of answers them.
Chargement
It's fun.
en cours.
Changing what was it? Changing stars, bright stars, star change. Expand the perspective of the brightness and the change of stars change. Link, expand your perspective of brightness.
I'm blind.
That's not how that works. Grew much more, and in the form of stars, no less bright. On the other, however, not only has stood by us, care changes do not change.
Récupération de carburant terminée.
There are no differences in the body. Like a star moving in time, pole and delta pi are examples of Cepheids. In the galaxy, thought of as a spiral nebula, the galactic nebula was able to see the size of that spiral nebula in the variable that would reshape Edwin Hubble. And that's the end of the paper.
Récupération carburant.
Did you learn about stars?
Ah,
Récupération de carburant terminée.
Don't think that I'm getting away free of this because it hurts me to read this.
I'm not retaining any information.
That's your own fault.
I don't know about that.
Whose fault would it be?
Who wrote this?
Edwin Hubble. Maybe, I don't know. But we learned about giants, praising the Lord, the holy stars, impending doom, and our bodies. Isn't that a good set of things to learn?
Yes, I love learning about impending doom.
Chargement FSD en cours.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's not actually the end of it. It ends with the official thing from Google, which just says provides a better translation. Before that part, there's just gibberish.
Récupération carburant. Récupération de carburant terminée.
But now, everybody knows more about stars, and you're welcome. And don't worry, Link. I'll make a new one for when you stream.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. What should it be about?
Puberty.
No, I feel like it should be about stars or something. Space related.
Oh, I just choked my tea. Oh, tea.
Again, star related.
The Big Bang.
Alright, I'll find a scientific paper about that. And then we'll be able to learn about it.
But it has to include God.
I mean, this didn't originally include God, and it just added God.
Good point. That would be even more funny if it does that.
Do you know why it did that?
Why?
I purposely used languages that were old. So, when talking about celestial things, there weren't terms. So, I was hoping that it would do what it did. It was a successful experiment. It talked about, like, at times, it sounded almost like an old legend instead of stars. Talking about, like, the giants and the dwarves. And the woods burning. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for me. This was just an extra stream, but I mean, 2 hours. Yeah, I'll be here Friday.
Ooh.
Which
maybe
is
we'll do
tomorrow.
some combat.
If you, does your ship have double?
I meant my actual combat ship.
Oh, okay.
Eagle does not have double.
Well, anyway, I hope that everybody learned about stars. We'll be back on Friday. Hello, Uber Deft. Welcome to the end of the stream. I'm sorry.
Hello. Oopsies.
Here we are, if in case anyone was wondering, like, where we got pretty close to where we were going. We started from back here, and we're just going this way, and then I'm going straight over here. So that's the way we're going. I just wanted to go to this section because I haven't been over here. Who knows? Maybe we should even go to the Jellyfish Nebula. We can see about that. Because that'll be kind of not really close, but doable. You've been here for a bit? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you learn about the stars?
There's no way they did.
For the record, I took a article about star types, and I translated it through Google Translate like 8 times. So that's what that was. Yeah, the game can be hard, yeah. Especially like early on. It's a lot better if you find a squadron at first, because they can usually tell you like places to go or ways to make money easier. So I would recommend finding a squadron. Ours is this one right now, which is Galactic Core. But if you're new to the game, I wouldn't recommend it because our new hub is
Outside the bubble.
outside of the it's outside of the bubble. It's not a long way, but it's not a short way either. So It's not, it's not the best. Oh, hi, Kels. You're also just in time for the end of the stream.
Hi, Gills.
I'm sorry. You missed learning about stars, too. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by. I would stream longer, but I'm very hungry. For going inside and out of the bubble, a faster ship's better. Yeah. You can do a lot with like smaller. This is just a dolphin, and it does 44 light years per jump, which is pretty good. And I only have stuff engineered. I don't have guardian things, so the dolphin's pretty cheap too. There's other ships, it's a bunch of stuff. Anyway, like I said, I'm really hungry, so good night, everybody. Have a good
Good night.
evening. We'll be back on Friday.